Hey guys, it's Tacho here, and we're back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes. So, last night we did the live stream, but I completely forgot to take a look at the events, and Hall of Forms is up, so we can go ahead and take a look at that. So, what we're going to do today is we're just going to talk about which of these 4 Hall of Forms units you may want to use your Forma Soul on, and which one is probably going to be the best to redeem at the end. So if we head over to the shop real quick, you'll notice that the Forma Soul pack is already in the shop and it costs $29.99. So I already talked about this, but I do think it's a good deal if you actually don't mind spending a little money here and there. And if you were gonna buy orbs in the shop, it's better to just buy this Forma pack instead, because you're getting the 60 orbs for $30, which is already the best orb to money ratio deal you can get. And then at that point, you're just getting the Forma Soul as a throw-in, so it's pretty much just a free Forma Soul if you plan to buy orbs. So I would recommend, if you're going to spend money, instead of spending your money in the orb shop, just get the Forma pack instead. And if you are free to play, I'm not really sure what to tell free-to-play players, because I know they don't really like to spend at all. So it's just going to be up to your own discretion if you're free-to-play whether or not you want to get this pack. But I would have to tell you that it is a really good deal, and even for a player like me who hasn't spent money on anything outside of the Fey Pass just for Resplendent Ike, I'm actually kind of thinking I might want to get this. But I'm going to wait till like the very last minute before I choose to do it, so there is that to consider, so keep that in mind. Alright, so let's head over to Hall of Forms again, and these are the units that we can win. So the catch with the Forma Souls is that they're not going to have any IVs. So of course, if you were summoning on a banner for these particular units, you'd be able to get the best IVs. Like in Reinhardt's case, you would probably want plus attack, or in Olwen's case, you would probably want plus speed. So all of these Forma units, they're not going to be able to have IVs, and you're not going to be able to use them as merges either. So let's say you already have a plus attack Reinhardt. You're not going to be able to buy this Forma Reinhardt and then merge him into the other one. So keep that in mind. But what they do let you do is actually merge your Reinhardt into the Forma. So let's say you've got a plus attack and plus 3 sword Reinhardt. You would be able to merge him into this Forma Reinhardt, and he would end up being at plus 3, or plus 4, and he would not have plus attack anymore. He would revert back to neutral IVs. So all of that stuff is important to consider when we're talking about which one of these units I think is the best to get. And no surprises, there is one of my units here standing out from all the rest. He's already at level 40, while no one else has any levels at all. And that's going to be Finn. So I would have to actually say that Finn is probably the best choice if you care about optimizing and min-maxing your units. And that's because Finn is already a Grand Hero Battle unit. Or no, he was a Tempest Trial, my bad guys. So Finn is a Tempest Trial unit, so that means he's going to have neutral IVs no matter what anyway. So you really can't go wrong by getting this guy as a Forma. All you're going to end up getting is all these busted skills on him. And by the time you're ready to merge him with your Grails from the Grail shop, he's just going to have all the best skills that you selected yourself, so it's not like you're getting gimped in terms of skill inheritance. And then all you got to do is use the Grails to get him to free-to-play plus 10. So it's a really good deal in that regard for units that have neutral IVs from the start. And if we take a look at the skills I've given him, we've got Lofty Blossoms Plus with the Speed Refine. Lofty Blossoms is actually a seasonal weapon that you get from, I think it was Bride Tanith who had this. And Bride Tanith is actually in the Divine Code shop, so it may not be the easiest thing to get that weapon, so I'm just going to get it on him from the start. It also comes with attack and speed plus 4, so basically Swift Sparrow. Now, if I do see another weapon in here, which is Its Curtains, the one that Bath Time Ryoma had, I will actually swap that for this. And Its Curtains grants -2 special cooldown at the start of combat. So if you run a Gale Force build on this guy, and you have Its Curtains, then Gale Force is going to be a 3-hit cooldown at the start of the fight, which is really good. I've also given him Ruptured Sky. I could have given him Gale Force, but the thing about that is, even though Gale Force is the special that this guy is going to want to use, the thing about Gale Force is that it's real easy to get. You could just sacrifice a 5-star Cordelia, and you'll be able to get Gale Force. So by giving him Ruptured Sky, he's just going to have that in the pocket, and later on in the future, I wouldn't have to sacrifice a Byleth to this guy to get that. So very nice. Attack and Speed Push 4 is what I'm going to recommend for the A slot on this guy. You could give him Swift Sparrow 3, but Swift Sparrow 3 is sort of free to play. It is in the Divine Code shop now. So I think Attack and Speed Push 4 is just going to be that slight bit better, since it is harder to come by and you can just easily get it in the Hall of Forms. And I've also got Hone Attack 4 on him, so I really won't end up having to give this guy any crazy inherits. I'm waiting to see Harsh Command Plus to give him the assist, and I'm also waiting for Lull, Speed, and Defense for the B slot. So once those show up, my Finn is going to be pretty much ready to purchase with the Forma Soul pack. And another thing to consider about these units is that once you buy them, they're not going to keep any merges. So he's at 40 plus 8 right now, but the plus 8 is going to vanish once I buy him. So he's just going to end up being at level 40 pretty much. And the Sacred Seal is also going to vanish. I'm pretty sure they did that because it would kind of mess up the game a little if you could just get a Sacred Seal without spending coins to upgrade it. So that makes a bit of sense there. Now, let's say you don't want Finn. Let's say you want one of the other ones. Then, as far as these units go, I think your best bet might actually be Olwen at the moment. She did just get a refine, and her refine isn't too bad, but the main thing about her is that she already came with a Blade Tome. So, what's nice about Blade Tomes is that they just nuke everybody. It's real easy to get kills with Blade Tomes. So, Olwen may not be the worst choice. Of course, she's not going to have any boons and banes, though, so she will never be an optimal Olwen, even if you get her to plus 10. But she's going to come with all the best skills already, so if that's something you care about and you don't want to waste any of your resources to get skill inheritance on her, it may not be the worst idea to get her. And then in third place, actually, I would say is Reinhardt. He's still really good. He's a Vantage enemy phase unit with the Brave combo. So he still holds up. As we've seen before, units like Altina and Keaton are just really powerful, and they all do the same thing that Reinhardt does with the Brave attack on the Vantage. So that's pretty good stuff, and Leaf, unfortunately, I would say is in last place. He definitely needs to get a refine for Lightbrand, because he really just doesn't hold up quite as well as some of these recent sword units we've been getting. So Leaf could definitely use some love, and hopefully he gets a refine at some point. But just to reiterate once again, my rankings for these units are going to be Finn in first place, because he always has neutral IVs no matter what. Then we've got Olwen in second place, followed by Reinhardt in third place, and Leaf in fourth place. So of course, if Leaf is your favorite and you just want to build your favorites, then sure, go ahead and take Leaf, because then you're just going to be able to build him, and you won't have to summon for him with orbs directly. So if you just like playing your favorites, and you like winning with your favorites, this is actually also a really nice deal, because you can just buy your favorite characters without having to spend any orbs to get them, or any orbs to deck them out with skill inheritance. So that's really good stuff, and before we close out, I just want to take one final look at the rewards here. So you'll notice that they've added Divine Code Ephemeras to the Hall of Forms rewards, and they're actually giving out quite a bunch of them, so this is really nice to see. They also added these to the Forging Bonds mode as well. So they're not being shy at all about giving out Divine Codes. So far it only has been Ephemera, but they were giving out the regular Divine Codes in the login bonus too. So I'm expecting that it's really not going to take as many Divine Codes as we think in the future to get one of those paths maxed out, because they're just handing them out like water at this point. So that is very nice to see, and I'm really glad that they're not holding back and being stingy with the Divine Code payout. And we'll also notice one other thing is that the top 5 chambers in Hall of Forms now are giving out the torches. So the torches are like your arena crests. you can go ahead and use one to gain 3 more fights. And that's going to be very helpful if you want to buy the Forma pack, because if you do that, you're just going to have more chances to gain skills on your characters and deck them out even more. So when it comes end of the season and you're ready to purchase one of these, if you decide to get the Forma pack, then you will be able to have a way better chance of getting good skills on them right from the start. So once you buy them, they're already going to be fully decked out. So that's going to wrap us up for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do plan to buy the Forma Soul pack, I hope that this one gave you some insight on which of these units you may want to prioritize. So that's all for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and as always, this is your boy Tacho signing out, so I'll catch you guys again in the next one.